everyone and welcome. The first step to creating a file folder game is to open up PowerPoint, and I like to change the page setup to 11 by 8.5 because that's the width of a regular file folder. And then I like to go to Teachers Pay Teachers for some inspiration. On this website, I searched for free ocean backgrounds, and that led me to this image by Little Bunny's Designs. And when I saw that image, I thought, why don't I look for some fish so my daughter can spell her name out with fish on this ocean background? So then I searched for that, and that led me to Creative Clips by Krista Walden. I am a big fan of Krista Walden because not only is she incredibly talented, but she offers many high-quality images for free. If you simply take a look at her shop, you'll get so much inspiration. For example, I could use these wacky baseballs by creating baseballs that have the letters of my child's name, and then if I find a baseball diamond, I can create a game out of that. I could also use this counting frogs game by putting letters on the frogs, and then my child can create a game out of putting the frogs on the log. So the possibilities are truly endless. Once I've downloaded the images that I need, I insert them into my PowerPoint presentation. So here I have the ocean background, and then I start a new slide where I insert any movable pieces that my daughter's going to use. I go ahead and also make a copy of this and paste it directly onto the background, just to make sure that I have the right size and all of the pieces are going to fit on the game. And then I adjust accordingly. Once I've done that, I insert a text box on top of the image and I insert whatever text I need there. So here I was creating a name game for my daughter. So I started building her name, adjusting the size and the font so that when I print it, these are her movable pieces. As you're working on your pieces, I highly recommend selecting the text box and the image, going to Arrange Group so that you can move the image around as one piece instead of two. And throughout this process, I paste each image into the background just so I can make sure that I'm happy with how the final product looks, and I can readjust and resize as needed. After you complete your game, you don't want to pay extra money to have blank space laminated, so that's why as I'm arranging my pieces, I make sure they are as close to each other as possible. Once I finish creating the game, I also make a cover for it and I print everything out on cardstock and get ready to cut some things out. Because I'm going to laminate the game, I'm just going to trim the edges of the page to cut back on my lamination costs, because otherwise I would end up cutting each piece out and then cutting it all out again after laminating. Next, you're going to glue down anything that is not meant to be manipulated by your child. So I glue down the cover onto a file folder just so it's held in place as it goes through the laminator. And then I open it up and I glue down the background as well. Once I've glued down my covers and cut out my pieces, then I'm ready to go. And for my projects, I go to Lakeshore Learning because I can use my teacher discount. Once I'm done there, I cut out all the pieces, and notice that I don't cut it out perfectly because while these games are cheap to make, your time is also money. Once the game is ready to be assembled, I use these Velcro dots that I got from Amazon. And the reason I like these is because they're self-adhesive, so you basically just peel them off and attach them to the elements of your game. And they've really held up well for me, especially for these projects. So for this game, I basically created a pocket that goes right in the file folder that holds all of the pieces that go with that game. But you can also just put all the pieces in a Ziploc bag and either attach that with tape to the back or attach it with Velcro. Then I lay out all the pieces to make sure that I'm happy with the spacing and add the Velcro dots to assemble the game. Since these Velcro dots are self-adhesive, that means that if you need to change things around later, you can very easily do that. Once my daughter practices her first, middle, and last name with this game, she can either leave the letters on the folder itself or she can collect them and put them in that little pocket. For the ocean-themed game, I decided to spell out my daughter's name with the fish in the ocean and then spell out her last name with starfish in the sand. So that's how I create my file folder games, and I really hope that this video inspires you to make some of your own. Please don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel for some more teaching tips. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!